Good morning, everybody. Hope we're doing well. Happy Monday of the new week here, getting into our second official week of July. As of right now, we actually just formed a C2 fractal, a C2 fractal, as well as this unicorn here on the 1 minute time frame, which is quite exhilarating for us, considering that I want to trade this higher. So as of right now, guys, I can't lie. I really want to take this long signature higher. We tapped into the SIST here. We have an SMT with ES and YM, dual asset SMT, and we just confirmed and held this 1 minute breaker here. I'm very interested in looking to potentially take this move higher for a long sequence. So I'll probably watch for retrace back into the SIST and dictate a bit. Good SMT that also tagged into the 15-minute gap here, but before that, good morning, everybody. Hope we're doing well. Jason, Smartfool, Ed, James, OX, what's up? Feeling better? Decent, decent. Not like sharp, not feeling 100% fresh, but that's life, you know. Not always gonna feel like super crisp. So it's all good. We'll be fine. But I think just gonna chill a tiny bit here. If I seem like I'm a little less energetic than usual, I promise it's not because I hate you guys. It's literally just like not feeling the sharpest. But Miami, Chris, Ray, Chasen, James, Smart, Easy, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. How was the weekend for everybody? Good little reset? Little good weekend reset here before we move into some more market shenanigans this week, or what's kind of been the verdict from everybody? What do we get up to? Easy, what's up? As of right now, commodities aren't really giving me anything to work with. Gold's getting far above that sub 4,000 zone now, so I'm really anticipating that price is likely going to just move higher off commodities. Indices here are being a little trapped during London session. The 2 o'clock open led to a very quick and aggressive move from the sub 800 to mid 800s. So now I'm kind of watching to see if market decides to do realistically anything right now, or if we're just going to consolidate within this range during London session. So we'll see. Just reset and not review charts at all. They're very good. Honestly, very good. I already took good shorts and past my eval. Very nice. Just relaxing weekend. Thanks. Yeah, happy to hear it, guys. I mean, that's part of the process, right? Mental reset's the biggest for myself as well. I also made sure I had a good reset for the weekend, and also just wanted to see kind of how I felt in general. Make sure I had a good reset for everything. Yeah, honestly, as of right now, guys, commodities look quite interesting. We're far above the 4100s now, making way to the 42. Daily time frame just looks like we're just retracing, filling out the new weekly opening gap before we see a re-expansion higher, which we officially did fill out that gap, I believe. Yeah. And so now tapping into this 4-hour gap here, if this 4-hour gap holds, looking for a commodities long within this period on the 15-minute time frame doesn't look like the worst idea ever. So I'll probably look to see how I can capitalize on this. Oh, wow, I just got tagged. Oh, I just got tagged. All right, sorry guys. I just got tagged in on this trade. We made our way back into the breaker SIST. I just got the alert notification. I'm tagged in on this trade. I'm using this breaker low. I'm going for a 2R on this. I just got tagged in. We'll go higher here. Holy cow. Sorry guys. I just got a big notification. That was a fat wick. All right. I didn't get tagged full size though. That sucks. I got tagged in with 5 micros here. Very limited risk. I put my stop originally just at the low of this fair value gap here that formed, this 304 low. So we'll see if this plays out. Not super heavy size in this 5 micro trade. I'm literally risking like actually literally $100 in this trade, but we'll see what happens. Wow, just got tagged on that in the middle of the in the middle of the notification. I get the notification on in my ear. Ding, ding, order filled. Order filled. Can you guys hear that when I get tagged into the trade? When it says order filled. Can you guys hear that on your end? I'm assuming probably not. Just thought I would ask. We'll see. This dual asset SMT here too. But commodities look like if we can hold this 4-hour gap, we'll likely see this pop quite aggressively. So I'm curious to see if we can capitalize on that at all. Nope. Good morning. We are in bearish 4-hour FEG right now. Yeah, on commodities, yes, we are. I haven't looked at indices too intensively yet. Just getting in. But yeah, we are inside of a big 4-hour gap. So for me, when it comes to this type of framework here, one of the things that I really like to see is with this 4-hour framework, I want to watch to see whether or not we inverse this 4-hour gap or if we're going to see some type of a move higher. If we inverse it, we'll definitely see a move higher into this EQ. EQ held quite well. So this kind of gives me the sense that bears are quite active in this market. So I'd ideally like to see that bears hold this 4-hour gap and we see an expansion leg back into the Thursday lows here. As you guys know, Friday was a short day with the 4th of July and just the big weekend coming up. And so we didn't get too aggressive of a move today. But yeah, we'll see. NASDAQ's not moving super well here off that tagged in move there on the 60. So we'll see what happens here. I don't know if this will hold, but we'll wait. Yeah, we've got $100 of risk on this trade here on the 1 minute. So I'm not looking for anything super crazy, but this breaker and if this breaker and fair value don't hold, we'll likely see this get invalidated on the 1 minute, which is looking quite weak here as we tag into that gap. Yeah, that's likely going to get us tagged out here. Be about $100 loss. Nope. What do you mean oh, nope. Yeah, got it. Yeah, happy you guys all got the good resets for the weekend. That's the way to do it. All right. Do a little reset, relax, continue on to the new week. That is the way. That is the way. I don't think this is going to hold. I think we're likely to get invalidated here on this trade. About $100 loss on the fundeds, but that is a-okay. I wanted to see this move expand higher, but yeah, we are inside of the 4-hour gap, so I wouldn't be surprised if that just rejects and we see this actually just send back into these London session lows. Yeah, commodities as well. Big 4-hour gap here is one thing to make note of too. That's definitely a zone we can see price reject off of. If this 1 minute gap can hold and we can reclose back above 29,860, then we could likely see this re-expand into that 2-hour zone. If not, likely this will be an invalidation sequence for us. Sunyusha, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we'll see. Nothing super special though. Likely gonna trace back into that 60 and hold. I do like that we're holding the EQ of the previous 15-minute move, but it's an EQ of a consolidation zone, which for me is quite low probability, right? If you see an EQ of a good expansion, yes, but look at the indecision of that previous 15, right? Now we have this 15-minute EQ will likely be in drawdown again here. Commodities are pumping a little bit here off this 4-hour gap. Nothing super crazy. The new open here, though, 314 before the new 15-minute open. A little bit of aggression. Not insane, but it's making do. Break even point for me, I want to, if we see candle body closure back above this 312 high, I'm going to be break even on this trade. If we see, I'm going to repeat that one more time. If we see candle body closure below this 312 high, I'll be break even. And yes, I am shooting 2R on this because 1.5 would have hit directly. So I'm just trying, because this is a C2 trade, so I'm trading for 2R. Price jump, this is good. That 1 minute gap held close to that 1 minute breaker, which is honestly really good for us here. So I want to see this hold and tag us into that ideally. Let me just quickly move this 4-hour gap. Hello. Wait 1 second. Alrighty, guys, we're good. Just had to make sure, be respectful there. We're in a whole new setting again, folks. Price jump. Yeah, if we can see closure above the 312 here, this will be really nice for us for an expansion signature. It looks good so far. That gap held really well for us. So I'm hoping to see this expand away, but at the same time, it's kind of one of these things that we're creating a wider range accumulation zone, which realistically isn't anything super high probability here. So we'll see though, but a closure above the 312 high, and I'm moving my stops to break even, just as a heads up for everybody. That'll be good probability for me. Why you always in the front? Yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything too, don't hesitate to ask me. Adrian, what's up, by the way? Ray, what break even point once again is the 312 high. So closure above this 312 high, I'm going to be break even. So I need a candle body closure. I don't want to tap it. Candle body closure is what yields best probability of seeing price continue that leg. Want to be smart. See, we're getting a little bit of a struggle, hence why if I see that closure, we'll likely see that price re-expand. But if we fail to close that, I think we might be making our way back into the EQ, the previous 15-minute range, which is not ideally not what I want here, but I can't always have what I want. Gold here forming a nice C2 though. I saw that sweep. That was a good expansion. Expansion, retrace into the EQ, that previous 15-minute move, respected and expand away from that. That was also a very good probability. Very nice. Yeah, we're struggling to get above here, but I have faith. I have faith this 1 minute gap will hold and we'll take it up, but back in drawdown as per usual. Wow, okay. Price might fail this entirely. We've now tagged back. We're making our way back into the EQ there of that 15. There we are. So if that doesn't hold, this is going to be an invalidation for us. We also, that protected high stayed protected, which is, that's not good looks for us here. First trade of the week, getting readjusted to the charts. We'll see if this can play out in our favor. Doesn't look too good right now, to be honest, chat. But I do like that. I like the reaction to that EQ. Just hope that holds. Oi, oi, mate. Hey guys, if you haven't already, then make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to the stream segments. Lab Live here is getting super close to 4K subs. So honestly, if you have not already and you guys are interested, just like the stream, man. Like the stream, subscribe. We're here trading live, giving you guys live education on a daily freaking basis. Great reaction there, by the way. That EQ there, that's what I wanted to see. That held really well. But yeah, seriously, guys, it helps us out a lot. We really appreciate all the continued support on these streams. So if you haven't already, just, doesn't take a lot of time to help us out, but it makes us feel nice when we know that you guys are enjoying these stream segments alongside us. See, we tagged, well, that's an official tap into the 812 high though, and that held up. It's a big point of resistance, so that's why I want closure. If I went break even here, I'd likely get stop break even. So candle body closure and I'll be good. I'll be a happy camper. Come on, don't recover that entire move. That was a beautiful price move off that EQ. Let's see where the 3 o'clock started. That's the 3 o'clock low to the 315 high. That's the EQ there. Oh boy, that's not gonna hold. Dude, that was such a good reaction off that. Just hold the EQ again. This is just a mass consolidation. I'm not liking this. Monday, do we have any high impact news this week? What's it looking like? ISM services PMI, yeah, FOMC on Wednesday. Oh boy. See, if this EQ doesn't hold, we're gonna get invalidated. That was such a great reaction off that though. Should I have tagged that at 1.5R? Maybe that would have been the sauce, guys. This is why 1.5R is the sauce. Look at this. 2R, 1.5 would have played ages ago. 1.5 would have played exactly, actually. Holy cow. Damn, dude. If that EQ doesn't hold, that's going to be pop buns for us. That's going to be GG's. Oh boy, closure below EQ. That's not looking good. Gold here pumping a bit though. A bit of resistance on that. I want to see that. Oh, I want to see back above the EQ there though. I might look to cut this position off early because all we're forming is just a mass consolidation on the 1 minute. This range is horrific. Also, my trading view is frozen. It's not even showcasing the true move of NQ. All right, well, we'll just wait and see what happens here. Right? Either we get invalidated or we don't. That's life. That's life. All right, that's gonna be a tap out here. GG's. You got the best of me, Nasdaq. Nasdaq got the best of me today. I'm tagged out. All right. Damn. I mean, it was a wide range accumulation, but we saw manipulation into that 15-minute gap and confirmed the SMT. So that's kind of bummy. Maybe it was the tech to go 1.5R because look, 1.5R played out to a T, to a tick, literally to a tick. So unfortunate, but walking away with about $100 loss in that one. It's about time we're out of that trade. That was unfortunate, guys. That's the reality of it, though, right? I'm not gonna have every trade play out exactly how I want it to, and market just had other plans to move more aggressively. I mean, this is kind of disgusting, though. This 3 minute and 1 minute, it's just a consolidation within this 4 hour gap. So I don't know what I was expecting to. I mean, I ideally wanted to see something a little stronger there, but market had other plans today. All right, one invalidation for the day. We're down about with fees $102.45. So I think we'll survive. I think we'll survive this one. But now there goes a proper C2 sweep that occurred. So that's going to confirm a C2 here. Well, just drawn in. There we go. There's the C2. See if we see some type of a continuation leg or if we're going to jump back into this price level. Ridiculous, man. ES was much stronger. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to ES. ES, I almost never trade during London session. Maybe I should. ES, yeah, ES showcased a lot more strength here. That is true. Tell me what I did wrong, coach. Teach me. Teach me how to trade, please. Tell me what I did wrong. Yeah, ES was much stronger. That is true in this. But ES also didn't give me the sequence that I wanted. We had C2 all the way down here, so we're out of that candle series. Why are you always in the front? Think about time when I want. Yeah, two C2s forming on here. This isn't like really solid. Not a lot to do here, guys. Ideally, I mean, now I want to see the signature continue to play out a lot short, but like it's just gonna tag into the EQ, and if that EQ holds, this thing's gonna go nuclear again. Because look at this price leg from last night, right? Made a big recovery since the Sunday 11 o'clock here, and since the Sunday open, slight retrace, or wait, since Sunday right here, bit of a bearish leg, and now we're just recovering that bearish leg inside of this 4 hour gap and this 1 hour gap. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see, Shet. Damn, I really like that trade that I had though, I can't lie. I liked it with the SMT in that 15-minute gap that confirmed, but it was also pre-entry where we were already in a consolidation. So I can see where and why it was invalidated, but it's still just a little like, all right, whatever, you know. Take what you want, NASDAQ. Take what you want from me. It's all right. All right, officially resweeping out the relevant low here at the 302. That doesn't hold. This is gonna just continue to consolidate during the London session. Guys, so little roll call here. What are your guys' goals for the week? As I mentioned on all my segments, since I'm hopping on a lot of these Monday segments, I always like to say, what's that one goal you have for the week that you'd like to accomplish with trading? Size less, proper entry signature, proper entry model. What's kind of the verdict for you guys? It's always fun to hear what your responses are. What's that goal that you have that you cannot mess up by any means? Like, what's that non-negotiable that you're setting for this week? See, look at this. As I mentioned, if that relevant low doesn't, if holds, we're just going to make it back into this consolidation range. Exactly what we're doing. Follow all rules. Very nice. What do those look like for you, Miami? List them out here so I can hold you accountable. So if you tell me you took a loss, I can be like, don't be an idiot. You're an idiot. Big reaction here. What do you expect for this week? We have FOMC on Wednesday, so I think it's going to be kind of a build up to FOMC. But I'm expecting, I mean, right now, based on the daily profile that I'm seeing, it does look like market is still quite weak. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a run lower back into sub 29s again. But then again, like it's really market's game. I want to see what Monday decides to do, like what range Monday sets out, and then use that to dictate where price is going to move, because I don't want to be. Wow, big move here on NQ. Looks like that relevant low became a relevant low. All right, cheers. Relevant low did not hold. That just went super aggressive. Nice. Okay, well, there goes the C2 signature here. So I want to watch for the new 30-minute open here in about 1 minute. But yeah, I know it's FOMC minutes. It's not super crazy. No overthinking, overtrading. Yeah, FOMC minutes isn't gonna be super crazy chasing, but I'm just saying, like, most of the time, like midweek high impact news or red folder leads to just anticipation for it. So slightly slower Monday and Tuesday. Monday's gonna set a range. I think we're gonna see Monday set quite a large range considering the Sunday open, and Tuesday's gonna manipulate one side, ideally looking for lower prices on indices based on the new weekly opening here. But then again, I'm honestly just gonna watch to see how Monday plays out before I build my bias for the week. We only trade London session, no New York session anymore from now. No, I trade New York. So Wednesday low high of the week. Wednesday likely will put in high of the week. I honestly have not looked at the higher time frame chart yet, like fully. So I do need to actually do that. There goes the new 30-minute open here. So we might get a C3 off this move on the 1. So I might look to see if we can confirm this signature. There we go. Big, big, big move there on the. Holy cow. Big leg on the 3-minute here. I was new 30-minute open, 3-minute open here. Got that 1-minute gap too. See if that forms some type of a C2. Jeez Louise. All right, we'll see what happens. That's the new 30-minute. So weekly profile except Wednesday lower high week. Yeah. So are you? Yeah. Anali, I've been trading mostly New York sessions. Juno's been doing London. I'm just in a different time zone where New York is less feasible for me now. Just temporarily, because New York slaps it's 3:30. My trade would be 3 until 5, which is kind of a weird midday window for me where I've got some other responsibilities. I'll be trading a lot of New York this week as well. All right, big tap into this 1-minute gap here. So now we're going to have to see if we can validate some type of a continuation sequence off this move, or if we're going to see market do the following like this, where we're going to trace into the EQ and lie higher. Look at this. This is not the market. This is not a good London session here. This 1-minute gap too, it's going to inverse this 1-minute gap, then fail to inverse it off the EQ reject, and then we're going to just expand lower. It's so class. Dude, what a bit of that is some aggression. That is some aggression here off that. Are we just gonna make our way back? It's gonna be manipulation before we now go long back into this 4-hour gap. Look at this. This is like stupidity. All right, well, it's gonna be an invalidation of C3. So now I'm watching this. There's not much for me to look at here, guys. Like, this is just we're making our way back into this consolidation zone. Low probability. That EQ miraculously holds. Congrats. If it doesn't, GG's. Wow, strong closure above the EQ there. I think that's see if that holds. If EQ holds or if we're just gonna pop away from that EQ. So many different maneuvers here, so many different profiles. Electric market, crazy. Just gotta wait it out, man. See what happens. Do we make our way back below EQ or are we popping back above? What's NASDAQ staying gonna do? C2 is huge on 15, big rejection, but we also have 4-hour bullish. Yeah, 4-hour bullish. We also have this massive 4-hour gap that we're currently inside of. So it's one of these where it's like right now we're forming a good continuation. If this 15-minute gets high here, I'm likely going to take longs off this 15-minute closure. Because the 15-minute, you guys know, 15-minute continuation sequences, we're likely going to inverse this 4-hour gap if this 15-minute inverses. So that's something that I want to watch for. Is I want to see closure above 50.50 here, and that'll validate a 15-minute continuation, and that's going to be huge for us. That 15-minute continuation lands, this is going to just go like nuclear. I mean, quite a big stop range so likely on this, but I do really like this move. Yeah, see C2 down here that we formed with an SMT. So all this will be is an expansion of that leg. And we nearly formed a perfect C2 reversal candle too with this manipulation of the relevant low. And we formed the wick of the new 15 and 4-hour wick. So that looks quite solid. Since 2 o'clock was the new 4-hour open. We'll see. I'm gonna watch price here, see if by the end of this 15-minute we'll see a closure above. If we do, I'm sold. I am sold. Think about time. 5-minute inversion fair value. Yeah, I mean, if that hits too, that'll be nice for this. We haven't inversed it yet, but that would be nice for us. Whoa, what the hell? How does that happen? Just that's so weird. I don't know how that just did that. Tapping into the 15-minute sisty though, that's nice. Yeah, man. Think about that. Yeah, I'm not too worried about a 5-minute inversion here unless we actually properly inverse it. We're failing to inverse it right now. I want to see proper closure above if you haven't gotten yet. And I'm watching for this 15-minute closure too at the 840 or the 345, sorry. 345, that's what I need. Yeah, commodities kept pushing off that C2 as well. That looked really good. Good profile there too. Very nice. Yeah, that's gonna be failed 5-minute inversion if that doesn't land. What's up, Apex, by the way? Good morning. Also, guys, if you have not already, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to the stream segments if you have not already. It helps us out a ton. We love to see you guys kind of active in chat here as well. So if you have not already, like, subscribe. We're at 3.85K now, so we're actually getting even closer to 4K here on the Lab Live. Super, super sick. Wow, big move into the EQ, failed move here. What's NASDAQ gonna do? We could fail this 15-minute continuation. That will likely lead to just to sell And that 4-hour gap holding well. Be nice though if we could if we could see the 15-minute continuation form though, and just trade over the 4-hour gap, because that could really help me frame some type of a short bias going into New York session today. Can't be too ambitious though, can I? Yeah, 15 doesn't look super solid. Tapping into this 1-minute gap now too. Failed 5-minute inversion, tapping into a 1-minute gap. Interesting. We'll see if that holds, hey? All right. Definitely not. New 1-minute open. GC's flying back into that relevant high. See, this was a much nicer trade. Commodities here were much nicer off the C2 sequence. On what days do you stream London live? What do you think about GC? I was just saying, love it. Juno's gonna hop on some segments later this week. I'm covering some London. We alternate who does London session, and then also C2 is a candle too. So it's once a range is formed. Candle 2 is a candle that manipulates one side of the range and closes back inside of the range, or gives us some type of a reversal sequence. Jasper, I'll be alternating. So this week it's a different schedule. So I will be live. The exact schedule for this week, I will be live London session today, London session tomorrow, and then New York AM session on Wednesday and Thursday. That's my current schedule as of right now. That is my current schedule. Wow, that 1 minute held. Holy cow. 1 minute is saving Nasdaqistan here. Good on you, Nasdaq. See if that 1 minute holds. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Okay, which strategy is here? TRCT. This is ICT. I'm utilizing ICT concepts. Big 1 minute reaction. Holy cow, that thing held well. Honestly, good shit, Nasdaq. And if that holds, that frames a continuation sequence off this. Not quite, but it's quite aggressive, dude. T-trades fractal C2 down here. That would frame a C2 expansion higher away from that. Jeez Louise, man. Nas is absolutely ripping it. Good move here. That 1 minute held super well. I'm very impressed. I was not anticipating the 1 minute to hold that aggressively. Yeah, so I trade ICT concepts. So I trade what's called the T-trades fractal model, which is a fractal framework. Uses candle sequences to help you dictate where price is actively going to move. Wow, big reaction off that too. We might get the 15-minute continuation, guys. And if that's the case, I'm just going to go long on that. Got 5 minutes here. Stop is super limited as well. Target of 1.5R. Looks really solid. Yeah, I might give this a go. This looks really good. Trade this. If this 15-minute, we have about 3 minutes here to the new 15. If this holds, I'm just gonna grab this 15-minute continuation. Run this leg higher, that'd be awesome. If it fails to close though, then obviously we'll get an invalidation of the continuation, but we're quite close to this price level. I'm really hoping it does hold. That'd be quite nice for me. ES looks strong, but ES didn't form a 15-minute continuation. However, we did form equal lows in an SMT. Yeah, we formed equal lows in an SMT. Okay. All right, we'll watch here. Let's watch for this 15-minute closure, see if we get a continuation. Holy cow, what a move. What's your thought about GU long 5-minute intraday candle Sisti? Let me check it out for you, brother. Wow, I actually love this trade. GU, that's not, oh geez, wrong one. Which one? Which one? Oh God, I haven't looked at GU in ages. Why is it not showing up? I guess I'm on 1 minute. Give me the ticker for GU. I'll look at. I don't trade Forex as much, so I'll have to look at it. What do you want for confirmation? Closure above this blue line, which looks like we're gonna get. Yes. Give it to me, NASDAQ. Give it to me, NASDAQ. Give it to me, NASDAQ. I'm gonna limit sell. Oh my God, what a move. What a move. We're gonna get it. 6B, thank you. I forgot what it was because I don't trade for. Oops. Thank you. I forgot. What do I think about GU long 5-minute intraday 60? Ooh, I like this. Oh, I like the long signature off this. Yeah, swept that irrelevant low, formed a C2. This looks great. If we close well above this EQ2 on the 15 and this 5, ooh, this looks great. I like that for sure. Oh my God, what a move, guys. What a freaking move, man. That's it. NASDAQ is gone, bro. 15 minutes. I make that up, dude. That's just flying. Holy cow, that's the 15-minute. I didn't even get to get my full-size fill on that, dude, and we're just flying above the 4 hour. Fucking A. Flying above it. Yeah, those GU longs were quite nice. Oh my God, guys. Well, it's playing out. 4 hour gap is looking like it's got no business. No business in waiting, man. It's just gonna inverse it. All right, well, I'm gonna have to grab more on this position size now. Because that just flew away from us. Took gold longs. Yeah, GC looked good, dude. GC longs were great. GC longs were great. Those I do like quite a lot. I want that 15-minute continuation sequence to play so well now. This looks impeccable. Holy cow. Okay, classic C3 expansion off of this leg. This looks just impeccable, guys. I'm very happy about this leg. It's going to retrace a bit probably into that 60, and if we can confirm that entry sequence, that's just going to be bread and butter. Absolute bread and butter. Trader Sue, well done. Yeah, gold longs are really solid. It's a very solid pick. Just kind of setting up my trade sinker here too. What a move. See, it's always funny when those expand. It's happened a few times on stream recently when I'm looking at those expansions and they finally look like really solid. Those expansions just go flying like nuclear expansions off these. I just have to sit there and just watch the fact that price decided to just go without me. And that's all right. That's the reality. But I'm just now watching to see if we can trace into this 15-minute sisty. Just mark that as a sisty here. Good 15-minute continuation. That would be impeccable. No PSP formed here, but wow, what a leg. All right, well, now we wait. I got 2 starters down at my sisty here in case we closed. So I have 2 micros actively in this trade, but I'm not even putting it on the chart for you guys until I get a full fill. And if I don't get a full fill, then fuck it, you know. It's crazy. Like one micro on this trade right now would make you 102 bucks. 102 bucks on that trade. One micro. Dude, I think people underestimate just the true value of micros. These things are crazy. You take a proper good trade with micros, guys, you're going to be milking the markets. Think about time when I work at it. Bit of a retrace in the 15. We're slowing down a bit here. Come on. Come on, London. Don't do this to me now. Give me some sauce, would you? Now we wait. Yeah, it looks like I don't know if we're gonna get a retrace all the way into the 60. That 15-minute was quite disgusting, but the thing that I like is this 15-minute sequence here. The EQ's right by that 60, so we don't even have to tag fully into the EQ and we'll still get an expansion, you know? But c'est la vie, baby. C'est la vie, baby. Yeah, a bit of a how micro is $2 per point. It's only about 20 points at the moment, right? Though, do you catch along? I grabbed a starter on 2 micros here, but I didn't even get my full fill because market ran away from my entry zone. But it's funny that the long signature is finally playing out that we wanted originally. The longs are finally playing out that I wanted. It's so funny. This is the classic. What do you mean by how? Like, it's $2 per point, but you have to think about it. Just trading one singular micro, right? Trading one singular micro. I mean, you take a 50-point move with one micro, you make $100 by sitting in the comfort of your own bed or your chair or your desk. That's what I'm saying that people completely underestimate. People underestimate that all the time. Like, you realize how nuts that is to be able to make $100 off one singular contract by sitting in the comfort of your own bed or wherever you trade. Like, it's quite nuts. Oh, I want the new 15-minute to form a wick and expand away, but we're quite weak here. Seen a very, very, very slow move. So. Now we're expanding a little, but that wick's barely forming. That's like the smallest 15-minute wick ever. Oh, Lol, I thought you meant you're up $100 per micro right now. I mean, it's up, you up 100 at full TP. Yeah, at full TP. What car would you get after the Rivian? Dude, honestly, I've thought about this. I think I'm gonna get the Rivian, but I'll just get the new one, the R2. Because I test drove the Rivian R2 like a few weeks ago actually with my brother. He was the one that introduced me to the Rivian R2. It's a cheaper car. It's the same, it's slower than my car, feels more premium, and is like $60,000 less. So I think I'm totally gonna get the R2. as a daily driver. So I'll grab R2's daily, R2's daily driver, and then likely so R2 is daily, and I can't lie, I think I'm in the market to eventually invest into some big guns, dude. Uh, Once I can settle down a little more, I think I'm gonna go rip a GT3. GT3's been a dream car of mine for ages. It's cheaper, newer, and better tech. Yeah, it's crazy. They like fucked me over with the R1S. I paid a fortune for the R1S only for it to be outdone by a car that's $60,000 less MSRP. Which your GT3, dude, like a good like a 2018 GT3 for me is like a spec. Like that's a beautiful spec. 2018 GT3 is like fantastic. So for me, I can't lie, that would be bread and butter right there. Like a 2018. Everyone in my family has a Porsche. Nice. Do you have what Porsches do you have in the fam? That's super neat. Yeah, the Porsches are just like they're impeccable, dude. Like you can't go wrong. But yeah, GT3. But at the same time, like I don't want to buy a depreciating asset yet when I'm in this phase of just trying to like grow my life right now. There goes a nice retrace leg here. That'd be nice. Two 2016 GT4, 2025 Can Coupe GTA 911. Great car choice. What are you ripping, dude? Your fam's got the Porsche. What are you ripping, boss man? That's fucking awesome. That's super dope. Super, super dope, dude. I'm happy. That's exciting. Dude, a good Porsche, man. I'm telling you, it's just electric atmosphere. Look at 2018 Carrera T. Yeah, Carrera T's are nice. Ooh, big manual driver here. Want to go Carrera T. The Carrera T's are nice. They're also a lot less in terms of like the valuation on them are quite nice. Like they're cheaper in general. Bitcoin looks freaking solid for a while. Nice retraced leg. That 15 barely is doing anything for us though here. I have a 2020 Mercedes E53 Coupe, need to upgrade, but my car has 30 km Asia is moving. Limit set at 20 at 848. Yes, I have a limit for the rest of my position at 840 at 850. At 850 here. That's my position. That's what I'm waiting for. That's super nice. My plan for today is to wait for Y. I'm gonna take current day higher than form S&P, thank you, and then NQ go lower. Delay protraction. Yeah, I agree. Protraction profile. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I do want to see price head lower. That's my goal. I did mention that. You can trade perpetual futures on Phantom's platform. I had no idea. Crazy. All right, I still have not gotten filled on the rest of my position for this 15, so we're literally just waiting. All right, well, the 15 now looks like we're getting some movement on this final 1 minute. Weekly C2 for Bitcoin confirmed. Yeah, I know. We're also tracing into this nice 5 minute gap here that we respected, so it's quite solid, dude. I can't lie. And then that 15 minutes, look, ES looks stronger here. We just didn't form a 15-minute continuation on ES, so there's not a lot for me to have done there. Did you open your Lucid case? Yeah, I got like a 60% off discount, I think. Lucid 60. I don't even know what it is, the vault. It says save 60. So I'm assuming that just means a 60% off discount, eh? All right, we might get tagged in here, but I don't like this 15-minute move. But we are likely about to get tagged on the rest of this, and this will be a slow mover here. This is going to be a 15-minute continuation. There we go. We're tagged in now off this. That's a good move. We're officially tagged in though on this trade. So let the games begin. Now we're going to be scouting for a 1.5R on this too. So we'll see what happens here, guys. We are officially in on this trade. We're tagged into this 15-minute long. Got the 1.5R sequence laid in here. We're feeling good. Gonna leave just this open here. We are in. How was your trading journey, Leo? Clean long, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. What do you mean? How was my trading journey? Like, what do you want to know? Something specific you want to learn about it, or what's your question more specific? Wow, holy shit, chat. Run me my biscuits, chat. Fucking A. Fucking A, what a move, dude. What a fucking move off the fit. Look, tagging the C2 15 minutes. Come on now, give it to me. I need to see closure. I need to see closure back above the 330 high. I need 15-minute closure above the 330 high, and this shit is gonna go nuclear, boys. What a fucking move, though. Holy tit whiz over here. Did you have a long process? I had a very long process. More what's up, Yap? Dude, I had an extremely long process. I've been trading since 2019. Like January 7th of 2019 is the first ever time I put money into an account. That doesn't even entail the process before. I just consider that my first ever day trading. It was not, but I consider that my first ever day trading. That's a great move off this leg though, guys. You see this? What a freaking move, man. That protected low hold. Look at this aggression from that 15. Tagged into the 60, new 15-minute open just fucking skyrocketed. Give it to me. Oh, come on. I want that closure above because then this will just go flying. Come on, give it to me. Don't make your way back in a drawdown here. We have such a good leg. That was such a good 15-minute leg. Nasdaq's gonna be so annoying. Nasdaq's gonna make me work for my money here, dude. I swear to God. A limit was for 8 micros on a 50K account. Good stuff, boss. I'm in this with I won't even lie to you guys. I'm in this with almost 15 micros here. Wait, let me see. Yeah, 13 micros on this trade. So it's a bigger size trade for me with 34-point stop. It's very feasible risk for me. But I just like this. This is good. But look at the 15-minute it tagged into it. I should have honestly taken a partial off that because we are still in the 4-hour gap. I have confidence in this. The people around you support your journey. Actually, my parents did. Obviously they were, I mean, I had a lot of people that were still like, dude, like you're an engineer, don't lose, like obviously don't lose your chance of a good paying job by pursuing trading because engineering will pay you well, which is true. But the thing that I didn't like is engineering was a funnel into defense. Engineering was literally just a funnel into defense. And I just didn't like working for defense at all. I tried it out. I tried an internship with it and I just couldn't do it. Like defense was just one of the worst things for me. So I decided to save my sanity instead and not get involved with those. I want that 15-minute. I think your screen is frozen. We're good. It's just market's not moving. Market's literally just not moving. More lab live. What's up, Dreys? What's up, Dreys? What's up, boss man? How we doing? What's up, Dreys? How we doing, boss man? Yeah, I had quite a few people that were obviously doubtful because a lot of people assume that trading is a gambling space, which I can understand where people see that, like where people under like, think that. But yeah, I it was kind of a goal for myself there that I really wanted to see if I could succeed in those markets. Like that was something that for me made the most sense, and I really wanted to see if that was feasible for me. Yeah, and it worked out. It worked out in the end, man. Somehow came out the other side doing all right. When did th things start working out? When I actually realized that you can't just make money by being lucky in markets. Like there is a level of intuition that comes from experience. And for me, I thought, and you can't make money by following other people. Like a big thing is people always think that you can just make a ton of money if you just follow other people trading, etc., etc. But the reality is like you're just not going to make money if you're just following people blindsided. Um, so that was something that I realized more so, and then I realized that if I wanted to truly find success in this market, that I needed to see myself trade for what I needed rather than trade for what other people saw being fit. And that worked out the best for me. Also, this is a fucking great trade chat. Unless you trade the same model. Of course, yeah, but what I mean is like when I first started trading, I did the classic maneuver of trying to copy trade off people, and that hurt me more than helped me. Also, I'm gonna take off a few micros here just to secure some profits because this is really nice. Good 25-point move there. I'm gonna take off 5 micros here, just grab some partials. All right, 5 micros off here. Couple partials. I'm just trying to secure some profits here. That officially made back my loss, and now we're up actually $30 from that. So I'll leave the rest to just kind of rip, let it rip. Nice. Let's let this baby run now. BTC longs. Dude, I could honestly, if I traded Bitcoin perpetual futures, I think I could slap Bitcoin. I think I could absolutely slime out Bitcoin perpetual futures, guys. No doubt about it. 10 o'clock open was so solid though here. Look at this move, 15-minute leg. If this hits, that's 51 points. Come on now. I really want to see this 1.5 play out. We tagged perfectly into that systy, man. Come on, please. Please. I just want to see it just rocketeer. What a move. This is so fresh. 15-minute looks good. 10 o'clock opens re-expand, or 10 o'clock for me, 4 o'clock open is just expanding this move further now. Thank you, NASDAQ. This is really solid. I'm happy here. Why are you always in the front? Also, this is a trade that is also taken on the personal account. So just letting you guys know, man. It's quite solid. Yeah, personal account, by the way, is in this with, wait, let me check. Let me log into it. Give me just a sec here, chat. Let me log in. This trade real quick. Yeah, I'll explain in just a sec. Let me get on TradeSync, see what yeah. This is a 26 micro trade for me on my personal 2x ratio. It's a 26 micro trade. I didn't do minis because it's copy trading 2x ratio for this one. So 13 micros translated to 26 micro trade on the personal. So this is really good for me. Great trade here. Freaking hell. Massive trade. All the trade was we saw a big C2 sweep here, C2 confirmation, new 4-hour open, which is the 2 o'clock here. 2 o'clock retraced into its own gap, respected it with a closure above the systy, limited the change in state of delivery here, and then that confirmed a continuation sequence for 1.5R. All I'm doing is I'm trading the continuation leg. Great start of the week then. Yeah, I'll only go 26 micros on evals, gotta level up and go live. On evals? You'll go 26 micros on an eval? Am I listening to that correctly? Why on an eval? That's absurd. Is that not slightly concerning to you? 23 micros on an eval is diabolical size for an eval. No disrespect, I just think that's absurd. Take profit. I'm so tired. I put my stop loss at 29.901. Yeah, that's your stop. Oh, take profit. Yeah, I have mine at 901.25. Yeah, we already took some partials here, so we'll see how this baby plays, eh? I want to see this 15-minute. Look at this. This 15 is being so crummy. I have a lot of trust in you. Oh boy. Oh boy. See, this 15 was so good. The 330 held well. But I really like that trade though. Damn, dude. Damn. I don't like this 15-minute move. I wanted to see strong move here, but I guess we're just gonna get fucked over by NASDAQ. This is stupid. This is a great trade. Give me that closure above the 330. That 4-hour gap. We literally fully filled out the 4-hour gap. Look at this. Oh, okay, we didn't fill it out by half a point. That's so stupid. Well, now we're gonna get invalidated on this. Watch. Such good structure and framework here too, and that 15 just decided to be such a prick. I honestly, yeah, that's stupid. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping this holds, but at this point, I don't think it will. This looks really aggressive on the one. Yeah, that might be wraps for this, dude. Look at this. What is this 15-minute reversal? Why are we forming a reversal? I know we swept out the 330 high during 4 o'clock, but we had such good structure. That was great framework to move higher here. I know we had the 4-hour gap, but we were literally popping above that. Maybe I should have taken full position out there with that 4-hour gap. A size like that, C2 can work on swing point sweep. Yeah, I mean, now it's looking like that, eh? All right, well, I'm gonna be tagged out here in about 2 seconds, likely. Protected low is not gonna stay protected for much longer. I'm gonna get tagged out in about T minus 2 seconds. We'll watch it live. All right, we're tagged out. Damn, are you kidding me? We had such good framework for that trade. Literally 30 points on that, and then in the span of 2.5 minutes, we just rocketeered lower. Look at this. 4 minutes, we just fucking we got slimed out. All right, well, luckily we took some partials there, but that's a loss. That 15-minute gap, we formed that move too. All right, well, now we move on to the next. All right, this London session is not clean. That ain't clean. Nothing about that John is clean. C2 move into this leg here. 17 unicorn models. Like, we had the framework. We nearly filled out the 4-hour gap. We tapped into the EQ. 4 o'clock tapped into the EQ. Expanded away. And then what is this? Did we have somebody speak? I don't think there's a lot of reason why that 4 o'clock should have led to such a tight reversal. 847 was support during Asia, now it's resistance during London. Yeah, apparently, right? All right, well, we move on from that one, I guess. Take it like a champ. I mean, yeah, that was literally an 80-point move. That was a 70-point move within 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Unfortunato. It happens, guys. We move on. Managed to reduce some of the risk, though, from that trade, luckily, because we were trading since we took those partials out at the 830 high, but that's still a little unfortunate here. Damn. I like the framework for that a lot, but can't win them all, I guess, you know? That's life. A bit of news about SK Hynix about a NASDAQ listing could be that, yeah, but I don't think that would lead to a bearish leg. But so be it, we move on. It's part of the process, right? This is the reality of trading. Now it's likely going to continue this leg lower now off the C2. We now just formed a C3, so if this confirms, that's a short sequence. And we're officially outside of the consolidation too, so see if we get some closure here on this history. Big leg here. Holy cow. Big leg here. All right, look at this. See, now we're forming this C2, this C3. Short sequence on that. Holy cow. GG's, NASDAQ. What a runner. Well, looks like market does want to head lower now. See, we didn't even form a C2 though. That just, I mean, like it failed a C2 sweep, then re-swept the bearish leg. Like that's not, I don't know, that's not proper framework for me. And we move on to the next, Chet. That's it. We just move on. Wow. Immediate sell side here. On to the next. Yeah, you move on, right? That's part of it. I'm honestly not complaining. Like, I like the framework on it. That's a 15-minute continuation sequence I would take 10 out of 10 times. No hesitation. Market just was clearly not ready to move higher, and 4 o'clock led to a very strong bearish signature. So now I just got to accept the loss and move on to the next. That's literally all there is to it, man. Not much else to say about that other than that. Having the minus 2.5 standard deviation as well here. Rejected off 15-minute volume imbalance. Nice mindset and good partials. Yeah, we took decent partials there too. That's a good point. Like, no, not complaining here. I like the framework for me. That's a trade that you guys have seen me take on stream numerous amounts of times. So it's not like I was whipping something out the hat, right? I was just trading exactly what I've mentioned to you guys multiple times. Now I'm curious to see, we're making quite a big recovery off that continuation leg. Wow, big reaction there too off this leg. Lots of aggression here though. Lots of sell side aggression. Bitcoin absolutely getting slimed as well. Yeah, now we just sit and wait here, right? Not much for me. Yeah, I might honestly, because now we're likely going to see the sell side, so I'm just going to sit in the saddle until we see some type of aggression, which we see sell side aggression, but I want to see us either tap back into this 60 or this gap, or just miss this leg entirely and watch for something else. It's Apple. What about Apple? I'm not paying attention. On stream, I don't pay attention to the news, so I should, but I'm actively not. Big, that was a very strong leg, though. Unfortunate. Gonna be sloppy realistically. PMI at 10 a.m. off the back, and bank holiday could easily be the easy day to miss. 100%. 110%. You said it right. That's exactly it. That's literally exactly it. And price is showcasing a lot of aggression right now too. Like this market is showcasing some volatility. We're gonna tap into this 16, either continue this leg or reject this leg, but this is a lot of aggression here. I really don't like this signature at all. So much sell side aggression. Oh my God. Tap back into the 60 here though. All right, well, likely going to invalidate this continuation sequence too. We moved into minus 2.5 standard deviation very quickly as well. So I don't expect there to be too much here. If we do continue this leg, we're going to have to fill out some of these imbalances before we even see a move lower. That's my yes is pumping. Oh yeah. Yeah, but Naz is going to want to fill out these gaps before we see any continuation sequence lower. Tapped into that. That protected high is not going to stay protected for long either. After reaching that minus 2.5 standard deviation. Yeah, yes, I'm hands off on right now. I think there's news for that drop. I mean, that's what I would have expected, but also it doesn't seem like it. I'm looking at it. I don't see lots of news that occurred. So I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, if we retrace back above the 415 high, this is gonna invalidate this entire sequence. Price is stuck between gas, blah blah. Yeah, classic though, right? It's class. If this SIST holds, we'll see it, retrace back into those lows. If not, though, this is just there's no reason to get involved at all. Why are you always in the float? Think about timer. What happened with sellers denied buyers some plans behind Friday's New York stash range? 100%. 110%. 110%. No news. Yeah, I didn't see anything. I personally didn't see anything. Nasdaq took out the protected high. Surprise, surprise. Look at that. Yeah, see, now that that took it out, it's gonna want to fill out some other gaps here. No cigar, not this time. No reason to get involved. Yeah, likely gonna call the session relatively soon here, guys. Like for me right now, there's really not a lot that gives me confidence to want to get engaged here. So let me move my thing better off this. There we go. Like at this point with this leg here, it's one of these things where it's just sit more back on the saddle, see if we see some type of manipulation for him. YM hit relevant level. Nice. I'm not even looking at other assets. I've got them open on Trade Sinker, but yeah. ES here tagging to EQ. ES is likely heading lower. YM though, YM looks buns. I'm good off YM. I could do without looking at YM and save myself the mental sanity. Look, and Naz once again back tapping back in. Also, TradingView needs to fix their platform. Chat, what TradingView has the worst candlestick reads of anything of any platform I've ever traded. It is so bad. Look at this, just like, yeah, you can't read this chart, man. It's like it's a headache. It's a genuine headache trying to read a TradingView chart sometimes because it just lags. Like every candle maneuver is just so wrong. Yeah, well, there's no reason to get involved here. I'm likely gonna tap out of the session here, send them a message, dude. I actually have sent them a Twitter DM saying you guys need to figure out what's going on because like their chart platform is so laggy. Like the fact that the candlesticks, like what is this, right? Oh, now we have a C2. What is that? As I told you guys about, we make our way back by the 415. That's GG's on the short leg here, unless this EQ holds, but yeah, good luck, right? Let's make our own trading view. Dude, at this point, do you have time to make your yeah, I do, Jason. Yes, I do. I'm gonna do the full weekly outlook and everything, brother. Yeah, guys, look at this PA here. I'm likely I'm gonna see how we react to this EQ, and I'll leave a few minutes for some questions, but I think your boy's gonna save himself the mental sanity and get the fuck off the charts right now. This is ridiculous. I call it trading scene. Yeah, Miami likely. Yes, sir. Holy bejeebers, man. My gosh. Yes, and then Q. Yeah, like this is end of London session here. We're not seeing anything much. So, any questions? He's 18. I'm 18. I'm about to be 23. About to be 23. Yeah, it's just more of a community one. But yeah, stick with the lab live here. Bro said I'm 18. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Yeah. If you guys have any questions in regards to charts, don't hesitate to ask me here. But for me right now, there's just really no framework. So I'm not super interested in getting involved right now. Like there's really not much else to say here other than the fact that market is We had strong aggression at the 4 o'clock here, and now we're reconsolidating, which is just, I mean, it's London setting the range right now. You can pass for an 18 just off looks. Really? Catch Litter Boss fam. Feel better? Thank you, Miami. I appreciate it, brother. Your view on copy trading account scale, I think it's one of, I think take advantage of it before it gets removed. But don't copy trade. If you can't hold one account alive, stop buying 10 accounts anticipating to get a payout. Like, I just got, like, it's the one thing you guys always fail to realize is, like, why are you trying to buy 15, 20, 30 accounts if you cannot even get a payout on one singular account, right? Like, I don't understand that side. So copy trade only if you can hold an account alive and be able to consistently make payouts on it. If not, you have no reason to get involved. You have literally no reason to get involved with it. I trade 35 accounts, $100 risk each trade. Hell yeah. See, Chasen, that's good though, because you have defined risk. That makes sense, right? You have a process with detailed risk that you can pay attention to. But for someone like myself, or not like myself, but for somebody who doesn't have the capability of being able to trade or even have the capital preservation to be able to buy multiple accounts, why are you trading so many of them in anticipation of making profit? It's just not going to work for you, right? So it's one of these things where you have to be selective on what you want, because if you're not trying to get screwed over by markets, pay attention to what your risk is and your size is and what you're trading, because that's going to be more beneficial for you than anything. All right, peace out. Good luck in New York and NYC, New York Open. I'll appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be hopping off here. I think we're likely to see this market head back to this 4 hour gap and hopefully fully fill this gap now with the C2 because we got our emotions played with. We saw the first manipulation got played out from that. Second manipulation, see if we can get played out by that now because we retagged that 15-minute gap again. So we'll see what happens here. Patience is gonna pay. So I'll see what happens, guys. Yeah, folks. Thank you guys for tuning in to another yeah, Chasen, likely, yes. Yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in to another session here. Seriously, there's not a lot of softs for me to be paying attention to right now, so I'm honestly just I'm just letting this baby play out, right? But other than that, guys, that's going to be the end of the stream for me today. I'll be live for London session tomorrow and then some New York and stuff as well. So I'll see you guys rest of this week for some trading. There's just no reason for me to want to sit around with you guys and play through bad price action because there's not any value in that. So market conditions are not presentable for me. So instead I'll be hopping off. But much love, everybody. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys for tuning in again, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Bye now.